What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. Happy 4th of July to everybody. But in this one, we got a Michigan football report. We're going to be talking about some renovations to Michigan's football stadium, as well as privacy screens added to the outdoor practice facilities. We're going to be talking about what went down with the recruitment of Justin Scott. Also, an important wide receiver target for Michigan has dropped his commitment date. And we're going to be talking about some upcoming events for Michigan football. It's all going to be in this video and more. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about in this video is the progress on the scoreboards inside Michigan Stadium. Obviously, Michigan announced after the season that they would be adding bigger scoreboard screens to the north and south ends of the stadium, and we got some pictures on how it is going. These pictures are from the Michigan Insider, and it looks pretty good right now. And according to the Michigan Insider, $12 million will fund a replacement of the Michigan Stadium video boards in the north and south end zones, and then an additional $4 million will fund permanent safety additions for access to the new video boards, and $5 million will be used to replace the audio system at Michigan Stadium, which includes the audio installations in the seating bowl and around the concourse. So the big house is getting some improvements here. I'll try to show you guys what the comparison of the new scoreboard will look like compared to the older, smaller scoreboard. But so far, so good. They're now starting to add the M to the back of the scoreboard. And then another thing that Michigan football has added are privacy screens around their outdoor practice facilities. The screens are going to limit public views of the outdoor practice facilities. Before these screens were put in, the fields were partially visible. So obviously this will prevent anybody who was ever spying on Michigan football's practices. Not that anybody already was, but pretty interesting there. Michigan adding new, bigger scoreboards and replacing the audio system inside the big house, and also adding a privacy screen around their outdoor practice facilities. But now let's talk about a little bit on Michigan football recruiting here. And I know some of you guys don't want me to talk about him, but we're going to talk about the 5-star defensive lineman Justin Scott just for a little bit. He obviously committed to Ohio State and shocked a lot of people. Michigan was obviously trending to land him, but I just wanted to talk about how this all went down. So Justin Scott apparently told On3 that I was ready to commit to Michigan, and then we went to Ohio State, and the thing that pushed Ohio State over the top was getting coached by Coach Larry Johnson. He said prior to his Ohio State visit and after the Michigan visit, he said when we came back from the Michigan visit, the whole family was set on them. Personally, I don't really get that, because Michigan has been producing defensive line talent to the NFL much better than Larry Johnson at Ohio State recently. I'm also wondering if Ohio State just offered Justin Scott a bag, but nonetheless, he is going to Ohio State. However, his recruitment might not be over, because we got a long time until National Signing Day, and if Michigan has another great season, if they beat Ohio State for the 3rd year in a row, and if it's another blowout, Michigan could potentially flip Justin Scott. You never know. So either way, I wouldn't really worry too much about it. Michigan is used to this. They're used to Ohio State getting better recruits than them. Michigan, as of recently, has done a phenomenal job of using their lower starred talent and turning them into better players than some 5-stars. But so yeah, that's that. Now let's talk about Jordan Shipp, the 2024 4-star wide receiver from Providence Day School. It's Jaden Davis's and Channing Goodwin's teammate from Charlotte, North Carolina. He has set his commitment date to July 16th. He'll be choosing between Michigan, North Carolina State, and North Carolina. Michigan currently has 3 crystal ball predictions going in their favor. They currently lead in his recruitment. I would be very surprised if Jordan Shipp decided to go away from his teammates, because that's obviously a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play with your high school teammates. Ship told the Michigan Insider in 24/7 Sports that I would say the main thing with the finalists is me having a good relationship with each of the position coaches. So the relationships with the position coaches and also the offense and how I can fit in it. Talking about Michigan wide receiver coach Ron Bellamy, he said Coach Bellamy is a real cool guy and somebody you can look up to. He has history with the game and he's always talking about how he put receivers in the league. So Jordan Ship, one of Michigan's priority wide receiver targets, his commitment date for July 16th. He's ranked 416th nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings, number 13th recruit from North Carolina. And now the next thing I want to talk about is a couple things coming up for Michigan football. Obviously, for recruiting, the barbecue at the Big House will be at the end of this month in July. It's an annual thing that Michigan does every single year, and they host tons and tons of recruits. So that should be a fun weekend, especially covering it all. But then Big Ten football media days will be taking place from July 26th through the 27th, obviously held in Indianapolis. We will be covering that as well and what players and Coach Jim Harbaugh say at media days. And then obviously Michigan's fall camp is set to begin on August 1st. The summer is going by fast, and before we know it, it will be college football season. I mean, it's already July 4th right now. Happy 4th of July to everybody. But yeah, so that's the upcoming events for Michigan football. And I wanted to talk about what Rayshaun Benny has to say about some transfers coming into Michigan. He told a Michigan Insider that they work hard. They just put their head down and grind. That's all you can ask for from a transfer. He said they aren't too much for talking, and I like that. He said, I'm a quiet person. That's the best way to do it, because if you can't back it up, then there ain't no point in talking. And talking about their summer workout program, he said the whole team, everybody just wants to be there. I wouldn't say it's one person making everybody come. It's just everybody wants to be there. He said the leaders, we've got people like Mike Samerstill, Chris Jenkins. Those guys are the ones who keep us going. He said, but everybody is one whole unit, one big leader. And talking about himself, he said, I definitely feel like it's my turn. I waited patiently. I sat behind the right guys. I learned from the right people, and I'm just ready to put it to work. Talking about the defensive line, he said, I think the biggest thing is pass rush. He said, we all got our pass rush together in the interior. I think that's going to be the next thing to show up, that we are going to shock the world. He said, nobody's holding nobody back. Ain't no beef. Everybody is trying to get better. There's no doubt the defense for Michigan should be really good. The defensive line especially. I am very excited to see the defensive line. In the spring game, they did very well. I think the pass rush is going to be amazing to watch. They're going to put some offenses to work for sure. But other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Not a whole lot going on right now. It's obviously 4th of July, but things will start to kick off here. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. And other than that, hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace.